there today. Now, moving on, since February, the Kenya shilling has continued to significantly gain against the dollar. As of today, the Kenya shilling was being exchanged at 135.14 per US dollar, according to the Central Bank of Kenya. Now, the US dollar has risen from an average exchange rate of about 125 shillings against the dollar in the first quarter of 2023 to 162 shillings that was posted in January 2024. The question we're asking here today is why this decline? What exactly is going on? And we want to put that question to our resident expert, Ken Geshinga. So, Ken, we do know that, of course, there was the Eurobond that we purchased, and that sort of moved the pressure. We know that there were loans that came in, but what's the bigger picture here?
Many thanks, Wakaba. Indeed, there are many factors that have contributed to the appreciation of the shilling. If you go back to late last year, the Central Bank of Kenya started raising interest rates. Remember in the December meeting. In the February meeting, the CBK also raised interest rates. And that starts attracting flows from abroad. Globally, we've seen the Fed, there are plans that the US Fed will start slashing interest rates there. So all the investors who had gone there last year are starting to come back, not just to Kenya, but to emerging markets. So countries like Zambia, the Zambian kwacha has also really appreciated. But of course, the Eurobond and the infrastructure bond that played out about 3 weeks ago played a significant role in that. And I think all these factors have gelled together to bring in more dollar flows into the economy. So
the question then on many people's minds is how long will this continue, and where will the shilling find a floor?
Well, Kenya,
if you read your crystal ball.
Well, Kenya is a net importer. We import more than we export. Naturally, that means our currency should be under pressure, and all models will tell you that the shilling should be weakening. However, the central bank has enough reserves to be able to intervene. Now, we can't predict how frequently that the central bank will intervene. They can come and sell dollars into the market. So without central bank intervention, naturally we do expect the shilling to, what it historically has done, weaken by about 5% every year. But the central bank has huge powers. They can intervene. They have enough reserves, and they can be able to set new equilibriums.
My third question then is that we do know that generally interventions of a monetary nature by the central bank target second round effects, so raising or dropping of the interest rates. And this is mainly perceptions based on analysis of the economy. Kenya is mainly agricultural. So far we've talked about El Nino. We were in the midst of a drought. It's supposed to be raining, it's not. So do you think these factors will again start to put pressure on the shilling and other economic indicators and negate some of the work that's being done?
I mean, of course, if you look at our import bill, and we import quite a bit of food, and we import quite a bit of fuel, obviously that component contributes to the shilling weakening. But also there are some dollar flows coming outside what I've mentioned of the in other sectors. You've just seen in the tourism sector some dollar flows coming in for the rallies, with the diaspora remittances actually doing quite well. But as long as Kenya is a net importer, fundamentally it means our shilling will always be necessarily under pressure.
And that's of course not to mention the fact that we've seen record inflows from remittances. We have cash that's coming in from what was a bumper crop of coffee and tea because of the heavy rains and that sort of thing. But hold the thought. Let's go to a different story where in an effort to improve